crazy.
All right, well, let's go ahead and talk about What's the Dirt 616 breakdown reaction recently this weekend. A whole bunch of people was going crazy because there's this guy on YouTube called What's the Dirt, and he basically breaks down either beefs or certain tracks from songs, things like that. And this video that came out recently was about Kendrick Lamar 616 in LA, and this towards Drake. And he was reaching. There was a lot of reach on there in terms of like when you put this, the correlation to this. First of all, people was already reaching with that song the day it came out. They was like, oh yeah, Kendrick is Eisen from Bleach. Oh, some people, why you say that? Because in the chapter 616 of the Bleach manga, that's when Eisen actually comes back and so on. So I'm just like, oh my god. I'm like, Kendrick is not thinking.
Did you finish the whole video?
No.
Yeah, I watched the whole video.
What'd you think about it?
It's a really good video. I think he did a really good job.
The reason I don't really enjoy those type of videos is because it's very dry.
See, I don't think it was that dry.
I think it's dry in terms of like personality. But I like personality driven content more.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying, but I think he has a little personality. I checked out more of his stuff just to like understand the feel of him and like who he is. Because I saw him before, I just never clicked it. Yeah, because he ain't got much content. He actually spent time with a lot of stuff, and like what he broke down wasn't nothing like that I didn't understand from the album. There's some parts I'm like, oh yeah, that's dope, but mostly people was I don't know why people didn't understand. I guess from the first beginning how Kendrick was rapping from Drake's perspective. I'm like, I guess some people didn't know that from 616.
I only listened to it like 2 or 3 times.
Yeah, so I'm like, yo, if you listen to the lyrics, and you can see that he's talking about having this yacht and all this type of stuff.
Yeah, and I'm just like,
that's none of stuff Kendrick
do any of that
he was
stuff.
speaking.
That's why when I first heard it, I was like,
yeah, he was referencing everything. It was like stuff that Drake raps about in his timestamps, like how he was doing. I'm like, yeah, I get that part. But I like one thing I appreciate about the video is just the callbacks he do, and I'm like, oh, that's some stuff you really have to really pay attention to how he had and was dope with that content, and you could bring those callbacks and be like, oh, that's the reference. Like when he did push-ups, like he broke down push-ups really good. Like I watched his push-ups, his tailor-made one, and I was just getting the feel of his content, like what he do. And I say this is why he behind, because he actually spent time. Like he did the push-ups one, and he actually broke down some lyrics. I'm like, oh dang, I didn't even get that. Like when he talking about your pants might split, like you might get a divorce, you know, you splitting with your girl. Like, you ain't got the pants in a relationship no more. And I was like, even if that's a reach, that's a really good one. Like, he was breaking it down.
But see, I guess my thing is, like, sometimes I don't like videos like that because it's just like, there could just be a lot of coincidences.
It could be.
I just, for me, I kind of, like, would rather hear from the horse's mouth. Like how Genius used to do the verified thing where the artist would go on the website, and I think this is only during the blog era, where you would see it all like highlighted green instead of yellow, and it would be the artist actually breaking down their lyric at that point.
You know, in some beat, I don't know, that might take some time for like Kendrick, if he ever would do that. He probably never would do that. I think when it comes to stuff like this, the cryptid things, and some stuff, it's like, I want him to know it. I don't want you to know it. And that's why even in The Guy, he was just like, oh, it's some of this stuff I just don't get. I know I'm missing. I don't understand it. It's not for me. But
because Kendrick is very intentional with his lyrics.
And even with Drake, like the stuff he was breaking down with Drake, like, oh yeah, I don't understand this, but Drake's so good at sneak dissing you, just you know what it is. Yeah. It's just how Jay-Z used to do. So it's just like, you know when Jay-Z said on Takeover, was like, we know so and so did this with it's that type of line, like you know what happened, and it's just like, dang, like that's the dope line. So when he was breaking it down, and I'm telling you, I wanted to get the feel of his video, so I watched about 4 or 5 videos, like in total, and I'm like, okay, he comes from a non-biased mind as well, because you could tell from how he heard when he heard push-ups from Taylor Made Freestyle. Oh yeah, you would think, oh he a Drake fan, how he did that. You'd be like, oh yeah, but then if you hear his Kendrick stuff, you'd think he said he's a Drake and Kendrick fan, but like I feel like he came from more of like a perspective of like, yo, I like hip hop. And I'm just taking my time breaking this stuff down. Like I actually enjoyed the video. Like I'm like, dang, it's not bad. Like he actually did his work. He did videos like I would like to do stuff like that. I don't know if I can find the time to do it.
Oh no, those videos take a long time.
Yeah, but I love to do something like that one day. But I appreciate what he do. Like so, I'm like, dang, it's not bad. He really spends his time on these videos. I'm like, Like he did the video. Like even though I'm saying I knew a lot of this stuff, but when you watch, it's like, all right, this is pretty dope. Because now you can go back, like he did all the sneak disses from Drake and Kendrick together. And I'm like, I remember all this. And it just brought me back into a time, like, dang. And I was like, yo, he doing a pretty good job. Like,
I think it's a good thing to have cemented on wax.
Yeah.
That way people got a reference back to
Yeah.
it. I don't know. Sometimes for me, like I said, with lyric breakdowns, I be so iffy on them because sometimes I'm just like, some of these is a stretch and just coincidences. Some of them. Not all of them, but some of them.
It's like, all right, so one thing about lyrics, yes, you can be like, boom. But it's like with movies. Like, you go in there with a different perspective, I go in there with a different perspective. Like, the artist could say things that he probably didn't mean, but it could have another, meaning to it. And that's what's so dope about art. Because we're not going to receive that art the same way.
But I think when it comes to lyric breakdown, that's why I think it gets a bit iffy. Because how you say we don't perceive it the same way, that's one of those things where it's like you don't perceive it the same way. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I'm saying when it's some people, bro, that it's like, how do that even go? Do you think that artist really thought that deep into it? I understand that. But
that's exactly what I'm saying.
But I still think it's
an interesting perspective.
You know what I'm saying?
I guess my thing is when you label it beef explainer, beef breakdown, to me that's like a definitive, like, this is objective, like, facts. Like, this is exactly what he means.
Yeah, but when he do that, when you got to take it, like, even when him saying it, he's not going like, yo, this is what it means. When he breaking it down, like when you see that one TikTok video that did it, and it's like short,
the E40 thing?
Yeah. See, that's different. Like the short-term content. This dude putting out a 50-minute video.
Yeah, it's impressive.
And you watch it to the end, and you like, okay. Like, he even saying like, yo, this is what I got from it. And he's like, Drake was like, yo, if your BM, he had that line in Pusha T, talking about, he was saying, in Push-Ups, he was saying, he was talking to Future. When people think he was talking about Travis Scott, I think he was talking about Future because he said, if your BM started talking, he was like, BM. He probably just didn't say baby mama just to say it. So he went and looked up Future baby mamas. He has 8 baby mamas. So he went and seen that he has one called Brittany something. And he's like, dang, her and Future has some type of like custody thing going on, and she's linked to Drake. Like, he went and found all this stuff. He probably, because if Drake would say something like him saying BM, baby mama, also her initials of her name. And then him saying, oh, I'm big in Japan. Tokyo, about that girl. And I remember the girl going viral, whatever, people posting her. He was talking about, oh, I'm big in Japan. I'm big in her. Like, he smashed her. And she linked to free bands. So it has some meaning to it, B. I'm like, dang, that dude, because I remember people bringing it up, and he was like, yo, I'm big in her. Like, I'll be smashed. You know what I mean? I was like, yo, Drake a wild boy. Because he also, like, if you look at the analytics, Future not big in Japan, but Kendrick is. He's really big overseas. Drake not even that crazy overseas, but Kendrick is. He was like, look, he big in her. Like, I was like, yo, that's a cold one, bro. And I'm like, yo, it clicks. You know what I'm saying? Even if, let's say Drake didn't even mean that, even though he did it, he might mean it. It sounds crazy. So I don't know. Even though if you could be like, yo, he reaching, I think it's really impressive. And I enjoyed him. I was like, dang. I haven't subscribed yet, but I might subscribe to him.
Yeah, I saw that comment in Drake one. I said, brother, man.
What?
Talking about, yeah, Drake lost. Because he didn't respond back.
Who said that?
He did.
He said Drake lost in what?
He lost against Common because Drake didn't respond back to Common.
Oh, yeah, I didn't watch that video.
Yeah, I'm like, by that standard, technically didn't Kendrick lose?
I think it was a wash, yeah.
I'm like, I guess my thing is that was a standard. I'm like, so if you don't respond back.
Because I think Drake diss at the end of Hard Part 6, 7 or whatever it was, it didn't warrant a response because it felt like Drake was giving up, like he was done.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. That's why everybody was like, yo, the beef over.
No. I get that. Yeah. But I'm saying like, because Drake didn't respond, Drake lost. That's what you said in the comment beef.
But I think it was because Drake said something.
Have that same rule?
Yeah, I think it was just a wash. Because I'm like, Drake said something in the little verse, and then come and put out a whole little Stay Scheming like 2-minute song or whatever it was, 1-minute verse. And I'm like, it's a wash. I think it's just that. I don't think anyone lost. I think if Common like came harder or something, it'd have been like, Drake, you gotta say something. But I think
plus
Drake,
the beat sounded horrible.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, it's not it, bro.
Yeah, but he still said Common won, which I'm just like, no.
Yeah,
I'm like, he's tripping. That's like the whole Joe Budden thing where Joe Budden was going at Drake. No one cared about Joe Budden.
And he was killing Drake.
Yeah.
He was going ham. But I'm saying, I felt like Drake knew I'm not gonna keep up with this dude. Like rapping, like, cause bro, Joe was. If you ever listen to Joe's tracks,
Yeah, didn't he have like a 10-minute one
man,
or
Joe,
6-minute one?
man, Joe was going in on Drake.
I
He had
mean-
that whole like, he had some good lines. That zombie line about zombie on the track line, and he. But I'm just saying,
B. Joe passed it to Push, and Push passed it to Kendrick.
I think when Joe,
It took all three of them to take one down.
I think when Joe said that is because if you look at the information Joe brought, the information Pusha brought, and Kendrick just brought all the information and packed it up
And
into
social media.
And with culture. What do you mean with social media?
Like some of the social media memes and antics about like how Drake is a culture vulture and things like that.
I'm
Stuff
saying
that
it
we've
all
been
comes
saying.
from all that social media stuff comes from what rappers were saying already. Mm-hmm. I'm saying like it was already what people were saying. We've been saying that. Mm-hmm. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, I'm saying like I don't think social media is.
But I'm saying social media because these were already talking points on social media. Were they not? The culture vulture thing? Was that not I'm not saying social media like literally Twitter, but things like on YouTube.
I see what you're saying, but I think it just spilled off from like what people say. Mm-hmm. That's what I'm saying. Like before I even was on Twitter, like I felt that way from Drake. That's what I'm saying.
But I mean, yeah, I didn't. Not culture vulture. I just be like, dang, he does a lot of different things.
I didn't use that word, culture vulture. I just felt like he didn't feel like he was, you know when somebody not from our lineage, like from like,
when he's not FBA,
it's not even
he's
that.
Not Foundation of Black American B.
I don't even want to say that because he comes from, technically from his dad's side, but it's just like you didn't. That's what Kendrick hit on, like. You know what I mean?
No, Kendrick's game was.
That was saying that's why his
that angle.
Yeah,
because there was a lot to go against Drake in that angle.
And if you watch old dude, what's the dirt? That's his name. Watch his stuff, bro. He like, oh, you never heard Drake so confident. Oh, he's doing this perfectly. He thought it was, you know what I mean? He thought everything was. I'm like, that's how a lot of people was thinking, but we already know how to end it.
I wish I don't know if he has one. I really want to see him do a video on the Jay-Z and Nas beef.
Nah, he only stuck to current stuff.
No, he did Tupac and Mobb Deep.
Yeah, I'm talking about deep dives. They was just like little short videos, like 10. Man, I'm talking about his deep dive videos.
Yeah, I want to do Tupac and Nas one. I mean, a Nas and Jay-Z one. Because I'm looking for a Nas and Jay-Z like beef. Like, what started it? Because I don't know what started it. Because some person said like, oh,
it's all Prodigy, because he was beefing with Prodigy. Jay-Z was on Takeover. He was dissing mad people.
Yeah, I know. Like Mobb Deep and Nas. Mm-hmm. But I want to know what started the beef overall because
I don't remember.
Some guy was trying to put a compilation of like moments and footage of what was happening during that time of the beef. Then there was this one rapper saying, "Oh, Nas was just coming to stick out for me because I said this one thing." Then this one was like, "Oh, they was messing with both. They both was messing with me."
It's with a girl. It was over that girl, right?
That's
that
what
Boston
she thinks.
chick.
She don't know.
Boston, whatever her name is.
But I don't know. I guess my thing is like I am glad and I am thankful that there is someone like What'sTheDirt. I do want him to do more stuff over this. I'm tired of the Kendrick and Drake thing.
Yeah.
I'm tired of...
His guy lost and he's just tired of it.
No. Because Drake fans are delusional. Kendrick fans are obsessive. Literally...
They both delusional, bro.
Thank you. But I want to just give them one adjective to their own. I think Kendrick fans are just way too obsessive. Every time I go on the Kendrick thread on Twitter, they always talking about Drake. Drake just did this. Oh my gosh. This is why he lost to Kendrick. I'm like... Can this man not do anything outside the beef?
No, it's like Drake. Anything Drake do on Instagram right now is getting covered. I'm like, bro, I don't care. They be like, Drake posted he had 6ix9ine God on his bowling thing. I'm like, I don't care. Yeah, Drake had this shirt on.
Drake was smoking a hookah.
Yeah,
that's why he lost the beef. I'm like,
yeah, I don't know why all these people. It's not even. It's mostly like the. What's they dude's
NFR?
name? They doing it.
Kirko.
All the academic stuff doing it. I'm like, why y'all keep posting what he do on Instagram and then put little eye emojis like it means something? Drake is just, it's over, bro. If he come back out with something, then
it's back on.
Yeah, but I don't even want him to do that. I think it's just because if he do that, it's gonna be more.
And then the worst part, everybody, Drake must be so bothered because why is he acting like he's unbothered? I'm just like.
If he is, you will never know.
I've made so many jokes about people saying comments about what we say, what we do or say. I'm not bothered by that because guess what? I turn this camera off and I shut the computer down. I don't see that.
Yeah, but like in Drake's perspective is different. It's way amplified. This dude can't turn on the radio. He might hear a song that's
my gosh,
pedophile. Know what I'm saying? Like how Drake feeling, we don't know, and I don't care. Like this dude's almost a billionaire. Like he can do whatever he want. He can fly somewhere. He can. do whatever he wants. Like his perspective is way different from a perspective that we have if he's going through this type of stuff. And I don't give a F.
Maybe. What did J. Cole say? Making fun of a billionaire? Joke's on you.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, I'm tired of both sides. I'm tired of both.
Yeah.
I've already been tired of both. The Kendrick fans was really grinding my gears.
Yeah, I don't even feed it to the beef stuff. I just looking like some butt.
That just sounded nasty.